The entire stock market just took an absolute massive dump. And in today's video, I wanted to show you what that actually means when you are selling options. I'm going to show you how to early close out a covered call when you made money really fast. And I'm also going to show you what this does to the price of selling cash secured puts. And I'm going to be using SoFi as another example because the other day, if you missed that video, I showed you how to sell a covered call on SoFi. Click on the link up above, and that covered call is actually up 50% in value. So I wanted to show you how to lock in that 50% in a day play. I also wanted to show you what relation for cash secured puts selling does when there's a massive drop. And I wanted to explain to you why there is a massive drop in the entire stock market and how to take advantage of this selling options, whether it's a covered call or a cash secured put. So take a look at the screen. The first thing I want to do is show you why the entire market dropped. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who retired at 41 years old in 2024, talking about my own personal journey. This is the 20-year bond. If you're going to be looking at the 20-year bond, as you can see, it is up 0.122 for the day. So it went from 5 to 5.112. This is absolutely massive. As you can see, year to date, we are literally going up, baby. And over the last day, we literally went from here to here. This is massive. Why did this happen? We currently had a auction. When you are selling bonds, there's an auction. There's an auction for every single bond, the 10-year, 20-year, 2-year, whatever, so on and so forth. And it came out to be a very little demand auction. This is leading me to stress that Jerome Powell needs to lower rates. That doesn't matter. All you need to know is that there are events in bull markets that cause dip and events in bear markets that cause price appreciation. And you, as an option seller, don't really give a flying fizzle one way or the other. You just need to make a moment's notice and make a play in that moment's notice. And I'm going to be showing you right now how to make such a play based on this scenario right here where the entire market was going up. Check this out. This was today's price action. As you can see, the market started recovering. And right around here at noontime, the market just absolutely dropped out of nowhere. You can literally use any stock you want. NVIDIA, same thing. NVIDIA was going super bullish green, boom, 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 boom. And as you can see, right around noontime, NVIDIA dropped, boom. You could literally use any stock you want. Let's go to Amazon. Same exact thing happened. Amazon was going up, recovering. And right around this noontime, boom, Amazon took a dump. And it's literally any stock that you want to look at. It happened to literally all of them, any stock I'm going to look at. But what I really want to look at is SoFi stock. And as you can see, SoFi was actually green on the day right here. It was green on the day. And one of my students that I'm coaching actually was able to sell covered calls right here. He was able to sell covered calls on SoFi right here. I contacted him. I went to the dentist. I did a teeth whitening. And he was able to sell covered calls and took advantage of this. And then it dropped. And he could get out of his covered calls right now, making like a 30-40% rise. So the first thing I want to show you is this. This is my play right here. This is a covered call on SoFi. I sold this on 5/19. Today is 5/21. So I sold this 2 or 3 days ago. Any way you want to look at this. And I ended up selling 13 covered calls. Every single option or covered call is 100 shares. So it's 1,300 shares of SoFi. And I said that I am willing to sell SoFi at $14 by 6/13 if SoFi is $14 by then. And as you can see, SoFi right now is $12.86, is down 3%. I did this as part of a video demonstration that I showed you guys. And the video went out yesterday. If you missed that video, again, the link is up above. Please click on it so you're going to understand a little bit better of what I did. And as you can see, there's something right here. Today's total return is up nearly 30%, and the total return is up almost 40%. What exactly does that mean? That means that I received 50 cents credit right here for this play, but currently it's only worth 32 cents, okay? I received 50 cents, but it's only worth 32 cents. And if you go a little bit lower, you can see I collected $588. I sold this on May 20th, 12 of them, and on May 19th, I sold one. So actually, this play is a 2-day play on May 20th. So for 2 days, I ended up making almost 40%. Not bad. So I collected 588 plus 67, or roughly $660. If I wanted to get out of this play, because I just made 40%, which I'm not gonna get out of it, I just wanted to show you how to do this. All you have to do, instead of press sell to open, I want you to press buy to close. Over here, you're gonna change it to 13 contracts, because that's how many I have. And there's gonna be a range right here, 31 to 33. If this was me, I would probably try to get 0.31. I would try, and there's a low likelihood that this happens, but it could fill. And if this doesn't fill in a few minutes, then I would probably go to 32. Remember, try to extract every possible penny you can. When selling covered calls, you want to get an extra penny. When buying covered calls, you want to reduce it by a penny. And as you can see right here, I would have to pay back $416, but I collected $588 plus $67. And if we do the math, 588 plus 67 gives me $655. I collected $655 2 days ago. And if I wanted to buy it back, it would cost me $416 minus $416. I would have collected $239 on this play. So what exactly does that mean? That means that when there is a sudden price decrease and you just sold a covered call, even though it's 1 month out, you are going to be massively profitable. And to be honest with you, it's probably not even worth it if you made 40% in 2 days to even hold it the rest of the month, because you can use your capital on something else if it happens to be a cash secured put. And in terms of a covered call, I would probably end up getting out of this play, hope SoFi actually goes back up in price tomorrow, and then sell another covered call, gaining more money. So sometimes you can get out of covered call just by buying it back and you just keep that 40% in this case. Sometimes you buy it back and hope that the price is going to go skyrocket again. Like hopefully SoFi is going to be $13 tomorrow. And guess what? You can sell the same covered call that you bought back today and probably make that 40% again. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So you as a option seller need to pay attention to the market, especially if you're using this to supplement your 9 to 5 income, or you're using this as retirement like I am, to see what happens. If you have a covered call and there's a sudden price drop, you might want to get out of the play and buy it back for a decreased amount or a significant profit. In this case, 36%, 37% in 2 days. It's absolutely massive. If you are selling cash secured puts and there's a sudden price rise, then you want to buy that back out possibly and use that funds for another play. I don't have a cash secured put, which I could show you an example of right now, but I will in the future as there's going to be, these situations arise. But like the person that I was coaching, my student that I was coaching, he ended up selling literally right here. When SoFi was $13.30, he sold. Guess what? He literally made 40%. This drop made him 40% in literally 3 hours. So he can literally buy this back out at a 40% profit and not have to wait the remaining 3.5 weeks. And, that's a freaking great, great play. Now, let me show you something else. I made this video the other day showing you how to sell that covered call, which I just showed you a link. Now I'm going to talk about this video right here. I made a video right here, and the video was titled, Sell Cash Secured Puts on SoFi Stock with a $5,000 account. If you guys missed that video, please do me a favor right now and click on the link up above, especially if you're new here. Watch that video and come back here, please. And in this video, I showed you how to sell 4 cash secured puts at a $12 strike and that would run you $4,800, right? 100 shares, $12 times 4, $4,800. Now, I don't recall the premium that we were collecting here, but I know it was roughly that 2% premium. Now, let me show you something else. Go back to your SoFi, and remember, selling cash secured puts is most profitable on red days, while selling covered calls are most profitable on green days because the implied volatility spikes in your favor or one way or the other. So now, trade options, sell, put, same expiration, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, go to June 13th, which is the same exact play that I showed you yesterday or 2-3 days ago. And what I want you to do is, this was originally the play right here. This was originally the play right here, right? I said sell a $12 strike and collect your premium. I believe the premium here was 2 cents. The premium now is more. I believe you were getting 24 cents, if I'm not mistaken. Let's do the math. If you take 100 divided by 12 equals, you were getting 0.24 cents. You were getting exactly 2%, right? Let's redo the math right now. 100 divided by 12. And if you were to do this today, you would actually be getting 35 cents right here. Why? Because SoFi took a dump. So times 0.35 equals, well, all of a sudden, your 2% play is 2.91. Why? Because you decided to do the same exact play, but on a red day. Now, I know this is a little bit not fair because the strike price changes and your deltas change. So right now, this gives you a 0.28 delta, and you want to be at a 0.2 delta. Okay, so let me show you something that's a little bit fairer. If you take this one, this gives you literally a 2 delta. But now you're at $11.50. And this is giving you a very similar number to the options that we sold at $12. But the difference is there's a sudden drop in price. There's a sudden dip in price. So now if you do the math and you take 100 divided by 11.5 and then you times it by 0.23, although you probably get 0.24 over here, but let's call it 0.23. 0.23, all of a sudden you're getting the same exact 2%, right? So now you're able to sell it at an $11.50 strike instead of the $12 strike, which gives you a much better chance that these will not get assigned, that these will not end up in the money. So the point of this video is to show you how, number one, any sudden price movement makes a big difference. If there's a sudden price movement down and you sold a covered call, there's an opportunity for you to buy out of that position. That's really, really good. If you have a cash secured put and there's a sudden spike in price, that gives you an opportunity to get out of the cash secured put. On green days, you want to sell covered calls, while on red days, you want to sell cash secured puts. Because if you waited for today, which is Wednesday, instead of Monday for a red day opportunity, you would have been able to lock in an $11.50 strike instead of a $12 strike, same expiration on that SoFi play. My week starts on Monday. It expires Friday, and then that Monday I start looking for deals. I won't necessarily jump on a Monday or a Tuesday, and I'll usually wait even up until Wednesday or Thursday of that week to sell cash secured puts. And if it's covered calls, I'll do the same thing, waiting for a green day so that I could maximize my premium, but also effectively lower my delta and maximize the possibility for these options to expire worthless one way or the other. By waiting for an opportunity in a market dip or a market spike, especially suddenly because of news like the bond market, gives you the perfect opportunity and, more importantly, the perfect entry point to sell options or to buy back options add a really big profit to your bottom line. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I'm working on a website right now. I know a lot of people have been asking me about webinars, about coaching, about courses, so on and so forth. I'm going to have a lot of offerings coming up. Please be patient. This channel is growing. It's an absolute monster. And if you missed it for now, please click on this playlist right here talking about options. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who retired at 41 years old in 2024, talking about my own personal journey.